Welcome back to our Nioh 2 100% walkthrough. In this episode, we'll be doing the main mission called Cherry Blossom Viewing in Daigo. We've got 8 Kodama to collect, we've got 1 hot spring location, and we've also got a mission-based achievement. My name is Azzavhar or Azza. Now let's jump into the video. So I'll just show you the gear that we are rocking for this stage. We've got a level 132 Kasuragami, and then we've got 134 bow, 134 rifle, and then we have the flying Kato's gear set, which is level 102, 113, 104, 113, and 107. So that is that. Let's jump into the action. The first Kodama is tucked away just behind this tree at the start of the mission. Let's get cracking. We can also level up quite a bit, it seems, so we probably should pop some points into some stuff. So we'll be going for maybe heart, constitution, that type of stuff, just to give us a little bit more key and key recovery to keep us alive in some of these fights. In terms of the mission-based achievement, that is basically killing like general NPCs or NPCs that are generals as such. They're a little bit more difficult than the standard humans, but yeah, we'll be fighting those as we progress through the level, essentially. So let's get cracking. Okay, so we'll just pop these guys in the head. We've got the second Kodama this way, so we'll grab that bad boy and head on inside. You'll notice the tougher humans quite soon. That's the ones that are the mission-based achievement, or the generals as such. I think there's one coming up, so we'll find him in just a second. Just going to clear out this building first of all. Got some feathers. We probably should pop on our buffs, like the magic buff, because we've got no magic at the minute. However, we've also got a Scampus as well, so we'll pop that bad boy for magic regen. And we're quite close to the end of the game at this point, so not too much further to go. Just a little bit more. That is all that. Just checking we got all the bits and bobs. I think there might be one of those general enemies in here. Yeah, this is what I mean. So they kind of look a bit beefier like this. On the compass, they're also showing up as red, so you'll be able to pinpoint them using the compass as well. It will give you some dialogue when the battle starts, but I'm not sure if this headshot is actually just going to kill him in one shot. Let's find out. Nope. That's the dialogue that I was talking about, like that, so just look out for that. They are quite beefy, so just be prepared for a bit of a fight here. Go for some feathers, I think. We've got the flame status on him. And they do pack a massive punch, as you can see, just like that. So yeah, just be careful of those bad boys. They can be a little bit spicy, so... that's one of them. I'll just get cracking, pick up all the bits and bobs. There's quite a lot to do on this stage. It's quite a large stage with various areas, items tucked away here and there, all that good stuff. I'll go for a sloth for this guy, I think. Almost out of key, so we'll just get the grapple. That'll do. Okay, so let's just check this way first of all. I also absolutely love the design of this level. It's a really beautiful stage. So we'll just check this building first of all. If we can get some headshots, ideally that would be the play, but Sometimes it's easier said than done. Got enemies there, almost one-shots them, but not quite. That'll do. Then you can break this. I think that arrow actually broke this, so just keep in mind if you come to this bit, you might see like a, something covering that bit. So just attack it to go through. We'll get the bits and bobs on the opposite side. There we go. I think we've got a Kodama around the side of the building. Yep, so we'll grab that. I believe that's 3 so far. Then we've got this garden section. I'm just going to double check the opposite end. There we go. I'm trying to conserve some of the rifle ammo. That's why I'm choosing to use the bows for now. Got Sudama down there, so let's clear out this bit. Treasure chest. And fall down there. I think we do need to go down that way anyway, so let's kind of work our way around there. Rifle that guy's face. And next we'll clear out this garden. Quite a few bits and bobs to do. We've got an elemental down in the water, so we'll just give him a quick cheeky feather tickle. In fact, we'll head down there. And head this way. This is where we could have fell down from above. Let's give this guy the old 1-2. Item tucked away. Grab that. Sudama. We'll drop. Maybe we've got some. Looking for perhaps an accessory or something we might be able to drop that. Maybe they'll give us a decent accessory in return. We'll just go for armor and see what we get. I'm not going to use that, so. We'll see what they pop out with that one. I'm not sure that's really going to be of use as such, but there we go. Untouched on my magic. Not too shabby. Anyway, we're all set, so we'll just crack on. We'll grab all the bits and bobs. We've got a well over here, spirit stone in there. I think this enemy is quite beefy, if memory serves, so just be prepared for this bad boy. We're going to get a sloth on him first of all. Yep. Not sure if that's going to connect, but hopefully it will. Yep. That'll do. So just some sloth to start off with, and then whack all the feathers on. We've got a key item there, which is literally a key. There's a chest inside here. So we'll just grab all those shenanigans. So far so good. We've got that bit cleared out. We've got still quite a large part of the garden to check out. There's quite a few human enemies patrolling. We'll try and go for the double bow. That'll do. Just give them the old 1-2. I got another one of those general enemies in there. Pop that guy in the teeth. Elemental down there. We'll give him a tickle with the feathers. Should sort him out. There we go. What else we got? Item on the opposite side of the wall. Item here. I think these double doors are a shortcut back to the beginning area. Just pop these open, just double check. Yeah, I think this was the sort of original area. We went through that building over there. So that is that. Just gonna double check we've not missed any bits and bobs in the garden really. Got the water to check out, so let's jump on down into the water. think the intended route is this way. Yep. We'll just hang fire for a second before going through those double doors because we've got some items knocking about. So let's just quickly jump on down. I don't think there's anything too crazy down here, to be fair, just like random bits and bobs, so might as well just grab it whilst we're here. Pop that guy in the back of the head. That'll do. Pop the elixir there as well. Bits and bobs up there. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything too much else down in the water, so if we head on up and around, we should be able to get that item up there. Then we can crack on. There we go. That'll do, that'll do. Could technically give this guy an arrow to the face if we want to, but I think we'll just leave him to it. We don't really need to fight that guy, so. Just going to spam this NPC. Looks like we joined forces. Sounds good. I'm going to go for the guy at the back first. Then double pop this guy. There we go. That is that. I also love the music on this stage as well. It's sort of like really nice and sort of calming, beautiful music. Just these cherry blossoms just look really cool. I believe this is one of the generals. Can't see him on the compass, however. Oh yeah, here he is. So we'll switch to rifle, explosive bullets, and try and get... I'm not quite sure what he's got on his head, but, you know. A couple of explosive bullets should sort him out. He's kind of in blocking stance. If you see him with his, you know, spear across his chest kind of thing, he's blocking away, but... There we go. Yeah, just a couple of rifle bullets will sort that bad boy out. I used explosive rounds there as well, but just use normal rounds if you just got normal rounds, whatever works. Don't forget you can also pop out a sloth talisman. Keep him nice and slow. Okay, so far so good. Smash through that. I'm not sure if you can smash these. Can just use to block the path, I think. So we'll push on up. Keep on pushing. PC. A shard. That'll do. Just a shard from that NPC. And we'll just keep on pushing up. Just watch a step here because it can get a little bit spicy. Some of these I think we can smash. I'm going to go for bow and arrow, standard arrows. Watch out for that cheeky bad boy there. Doing his spin to him. Nothing too crazy, just keep on pushing on up. More stones we can smash. I think that's that. I don't think we can smash that one. Nope. Keep on pushing up. And we have Shrine. We can also level up. Just check that you've got your Kodama Blessing on. As per usual, we've got Oracle Blessing on our character. And double check the Kodama. We've got 3 out of 8. Sounds good. And we'll just level up. I'm going to go for Dexterity. So it's got like a rounded off 40. That'll do. We can push on forward. Nothing too crazy in this area. This bit can get a bit spicy because you've got all sorts of enemies popping off and stuff here. So try and get one at a time. Try not to get aggro too many. He says he's just aggro 2 at the same time. Gonna buff up and get talismans on and such. purification on. Couple of feathers should do the trick. I think that enemy that we aggroed with the snake head thing is just kind of like strolled off and abandoned his friend in his time of need, which is not worked out great for his friend. No. Just going to finish him off as well. Watch out for the double head spin to win attack. Yeah, just be careful in this area because, like I said, there's quite a few enemies kind of creeping about and sometimes can get overwhelmed if you don't watch your step. That'll do. Couple of shurikens to finish him off. I'll just check this building first of all. There might be an enemy in here. Yep. Oh, the music's just so good. Keep thinking that our friendly NPC is an item on a compass. Keep looking behind me. I'm like, yellow dot. Not the right yellow dot. So a couple of different ways we can go inside the building or up and round. I don't think it matters too much which one we check out first. Go for the building. We've got an item just around there. Noble Dung Ball. That's 2 to your Dung Ball achievement if you're going for that. Summoner's Candle as well to get your Guardian Spirit back if you get KO'd. Got a general here as well, so we'll just buff up. Go for a rifle for this bad boy. In fact, I'm going to try and get a Sloth on first of all. I think our NPC will probably get destroyed here, so I've got to be careful. Or maybe not. There we go. So yeah, you'll see the generals because they just give some dialogue, and apparently also wear crazy hats. So there's that as well. It doesn't open from that side. That door's bolted. So we have to drop in from above, I do believe, for that room. I think up that pathway in front of us is the intended way to go, but there's a few bits and bobs that we can do in this area first, I do believe. So if we head round here, we have a Kodama tucked away. So make sure to grab this Kodama right here, around the side of the building. Don't go that way just yet. Nothing down that way. So that is the intended way. I think what we'll do is go up on top of the building. Might leave that Scampus actually, because we potentially could use that for the boss later on in the stage. So I'm going to leave that there on purpose. And what we'll do is just check this slope around the side. Enemy waiting for us. Give me the old 1-2 and a poke to the face to finish him off. Powerful enemy. There we go. I don't think there's anything else on this rooftop. We just go straight in. Oh, there is a way around the side here actually. Try and break the horn if we can do. Fingers crossed. Yeah, the high stance is really good at breaking the horns of most of those yokai, to be fair. It works out pretty well. Give this guy the old 1-2. Item tucked away. So that is that, then we're blocked off. Can't go any further that way. So, got a pathway here as well, but I don't think we can get that till later. There are parts of the stage where like the sort of stage moves and changes and like paths appear and disappear and stuff like that, so we'll check that again later. I think this is one of the generals again, so maybe we can get a Headshot if we're lucky. I'm not sure if this will connect, but let's... Perfect. There we go. That made short work of him. So that is that. The top section checked out, and then we can drop down. This should... I'm actually going to descend. I was going to jump down, but then I thought, no, it's probably going to be a bad idea to do that, so... Yep. Pull this door open. So that is that all clear for now. Then what we'll do is head to Shrine, rest up real quick. We can also level up again. This stage is pumping out the levels. We also picked up quite a lot of the shards and stuff as well. Got like loads of these things. It's kind of like getting to the end of the base game, so it's like throwing these at us. Don't forget you can also use whetstones, so if you've changed your weapon recently and you want to increase its familiarity to pump out some extra damage and stuff, definitely pop some whetstones and stuff. Let's just do a level up. We've got some skill points we probably should spend as well at some point. I'm going to go for Constitution 21. We'll check skill points. Actually not too sure, to be fair, at the minute. I'm not really too fussed about any more skill points for this build, so we'll just leave it for now and just crack on with the stage. So this time we're going to go up this way, just to the side of where that shrine was. Going to buff up. Some enemies in this bit get a little bit spicy, so just be careful. It's quite easy to get overwhelmed. I think a lot of these enemies are kind of like laying down on the floor, so it might look relatively clear, but it's actually not, so... As you can see, there's a lucky shot. I think there's another one of those, actually. Yep, it looks like our friend's going in for it, so... Probably a terrible idea. I'm just gonna... pop a couple of sloth talismans and get cracking. There's a lot of damage. So I'll finish those ads off with kunai. Maybe not, we've got an Enki on us. We go for sloth. Make our life a bit easier. Go for the horn break. And if in doubt, feathers. Just a bit of a feather spam there. Yeah, so just watch your step. It does get a little bit spicy in there. You got enemies kind of waiting to, jump on you, so to speak. Gonna check if we can smash any crystals. I think we are good to go, so let's just go straight through. Parted ways with NPC, so just let her chill there. I'm not sure if we can actually talk to her and perhaps like get some kind of... Oh yeah, we can actually get a crystal there, so... That's good. Yeah, make sure to speak to the NPC then. Other than that, we can get cracking. I think we've got another general coming on up in just a second. Potentially smash that, yep. Ideally, you just want to get one of these at a time. Maybe... In fact, I think I'll just hang fire a second until they're a bit more separated. I don't want to bring all of them down at the same time because that would be very, very bad. Let's go for it. This one appears to be the general, as it's giving us some crazy dialogue of some kind. We can try and lock on and get Sloth Tasman before he starts getting wild on us. rifle would be good, quite good against this guy, but he's going to block and dodge quite a lot, I think, so just be careful. Whip out his own rifle as well, it seems. Okay, that'll do. So sloth and then rifle to the head a few times, that will sort him out. A couple of items knocking about, so let's just grab those bad boys. We've got a Kodama coming on up as well, I can see it on the compass. I'm going to go for rifle here. Should take these out. There we go. Going to follow this around to the left. This is the Kodama tucked away around the left of this building, so make sure to grab that bad boy. Another human enemy. There's quite a lot of these enemies on this stage. Careful. Oh, it's another general actually. So go for a sloth. Missed, which is not ideal. We're actually out of sloth as well, so it's going to be a bit of a spicy one, but there we go. Let's go for feather spam instead. We could do with ideally getting the sloth talismans back because they help insane amounts against the human enemies. Well, against all enemies really, but especially human enemies as well. So let's grab this treasure chest on the side. We got a sacred brush there, so that's good. Could use that to restore some magic items. So far so good. Can't open that door. That's all that. Smash these crystals. Okay, looking good. And then we'll proceed down here. We've got a Scampus tucked away. Might as well grab the Scampus whilst we are in this area. And the item. I think that's arranged. Yeah. I'm going to go to bow and arrow here because I want to try and conserve some of the bullets. So once you get the stab, just step back. Just watch out for the spin to win on these. That spin to win on those hits really hard as well. Okay, a couple of different ways we can go. We've got the right hand side. Some guy hiding in a tree. Jump him. I think what we'll do is check left first of all. I think left is not the way to go, so let's double check. Got a drop down on the left. Yeah, let's go for it and see what we can find. Need to be careful with these. There we go. His attacks are really, really powerful. They could kill us in 2 hits, so gotta be careful. So we've got an item tucked away on the ledge, Inspiriting Gem, which is always useful. We've got some ladders. Apparently an item quite close as well, so let's get that. Okay, so far so good, and a ledge to drop down. So I think that's that area clear, just some random bits and bobs tucked away there, so might as well grab them if you want to. And we'll head in this direction. I think this is the intended way. Did not see that coming. Okay, we'll just head on over there, I think. Okay, and there's some bits and bobs below us that we can grab. Yokai in this building. A couple of different ways we can go. Take out the yokai first of all, so we'll buff up. Yeah, purification, barrier, arch yokai. We don't have any sloth at the minute, so we'll just go for it as we are. We've actually got a range behind us, which is not an ideal situation. Undo. So we'll just get the bits and bobs in here. And the core. Where's that ranged enemy? Ah, there we go. Got him. So that is that. I think there is a Kodama quite close at the back. Yep. So Kodama around the back. Make sure to grab that bad boy. I think the intended route is that way. So what we'll do is just have a quick exploration. Make sure... pick up any bits and bobs if there are any bits and bobs whilst we're here. It's just some items tucked away. Oh, there's that pathway down below as well, actually. So, yeah, let's go do that. Red spider lily ×2, always good to have more of those. I think this will be a transforming one. I'm not too sure. Yeah, because it's got the... be careful here, because this could get pretty spicy. There we go. Grab all those bits. Other than that, I think that is just a dead end on that side. Keeping eyes peeled for fake walls if there are any. Got a couple of red graves, but I don't think that's from a fake wall as such. Okay. There we go, elemental above. I was just on that bridge there, so just pop a couple of feathers to take out that bad boy. Other than that, I think we are good. We're looking quite low on items and stuff here. So ideally, it's not too much longer until we get to a shrine. Guess we could do with a restock of our stuff quite soon. There is a Kodama quite close-ish, but just ignore that for now. I think we access that... we have to kind of like shift the stage a little bit first before we can get to it, so we'll just go up the ramp. We've still got more enemies before a shrine, so I think probably what a wise thing to do is find the shinobi box and the secret brush. Might actually use 2 of each. Because these enemies are pretty spicy up here, so... and we're also in the dark realm, so not ideal. So buff up, try and get one enemy at a time. Ideally get a sloth on as well. Not sure if that sloth connected. I think that one did, which is good. I'm just kind of trying to use my burst counter a little bit defensively. So I'm trying to time it so you use the feathers, but also kind of like burst counter at the same time that one of those attacks is heading towards us. The burst counter will block it as it's coming in, so always good to do that. Other than that, I think that's that bit done. We smash this thing and it changes the level around. So this should now lead back, I think, to one of the shrines that we visited before. Okay, cool. So we'll grab this shrine, level up. We're going to go Constitution 23. Check Kodamas. What we got? We got 6 out of 8. 2 more to go. We've got the hot spring as well, which I think is quite close. So now that the area has changed, we can access a few bits and bobs. So we came from this direction here. So what we'll do is the hot spring. There's only one and only the one and only hot spring for the stage is now here. So that the mission and the level is all changed around. It's kind of created a pathway to this section. It wasn't here before, so make sure to grab the one and only hot spring for the stage. Here we go. That's that. That's that sorted. And you'll get the achievement unlocked there, the Spa Lover achievement, if that's your first time getting all the hot springs. So congratulations on that. And then we have one Kodama, if memory serves. We have to get that from a very particular direction. So I'm just going to double check this area, because since this level has changed around a little bit, you might find there's some extra bits and bobs that are kind of knocking around like this. So we'll buff up. And we have to backtrack through a certain area to be able to get to one of the Kodamas. He's going to go for a sloth. Watch out for his scratch. He does like a backwards scratch when you're behind him like that. Okay, so a couple of eye stunts. Not quite sure what happened with the camera there, but there we go. The Enki soul cores. Probably should do some soul core tuning really to get some high level soul cores and stuff. So you know, don't forget to check your soul cores and do some tuning and stuff when you can do to level those up. So that is that. We've got the chest over there. We've got the Kodama, not the Kodama, the hot spring over that side, and the chest over the opposite side. So now that the stage has changed, we can get another Kodama. So I think it's this way. You may have to bear with me because I might be heading in a slightly wrong direction, but I'm just going to double check. I think we just go through, kind of backtrack where we went to, and then yes, there's a drop off here, so I'm pretty confident this will work. There we go. And then Kodama is at the bottom of here. Gotta make sure that I don't get knocked off by that enemy. So grab that Kodama. Now that the stage has changed, you can just like drop off that ledge bit there down to this section, and then just follow this around again. So that's how to get that kind of like secret Kodama. Now the stage has changed. Then we'll just head back to the shrine like we did before. Keep on following that round. And then there's one more Kodama, which I think is just over this bit here. We've got that Scampus. So I've kept that Scampus there on purpose for the boss, which is kind of like where we're heading now. I am going to rest at the shrine once more because we've got a few enemies to clear out here. I think this is a general. Should show red on the compass, I do believe. But we'll just buff up. And we'll try and take out these enemies. So we go for a sloth talisman if we can do. Yes, this is the last general of the stage here, so. Watch out for this guy. He's a bit of a beefy bad boy, so just be careful. He's dodging every single one of those sloths, I think. Try and get him with the feathers. That'll do. So that's all the general enemies for this stage. So you should grab that achievement there if that's the first time doing that on this mission. And we have the last Kodama of this stage as well. There we go. And we've got the Kodama achievement as well. So if that's the first time getting all those Kodama, you'll get that achievement pop up. That's all the Kodama in the base game collected. And also all the hot springs in the base game collected as well. Other than that, that's all that. So congratulations on that first of all. And then we have the boss up ahead, which is a bit of a spicy meatball. And if memory serves, I think it's 2 bosses back to back actually. So you got to be ready and prepared for that. So what we'll do is head back to the shrine. We're looking good. We got all the Kodama in the game. We got all the hot springs in the game. Use any of these shards. We'll try and get a level up ideally to help with this fight because it can be a bit of a beast. We'll just go for our standard setup and try and use the plant fruits and the red spider lilies as well. So that's all good. Don't forget with the dung balls as well, the noble dung balls and the dung balls. If you haven't got the achievement on the previous stage, you can go back and hand all those in to get the achievement on that particular stage. So what we'll do, I think, is probably switch the plant fruit for the red spider lily. Let's go for that. Don't forget you've also got like a bunch of herbal remedies for a full health restore. You could also put those on as well. Might be worth... I'm not sure if the salt is actually effective on this enemy or not. We'll give it a go. I think it is. But you could also switch out the salt for herbal remedies if you wanted to. Or you could even set like an extra shortcut. So you've got 4 sets of shortcuts instead of 3. I usually stick with 3 because... like my brain just remembers there's 3, and if I put 4 on it, it gets confused. So just keep it with 3 for now. But you can go into the settings in the options and put 4 shortcut sets on if you do want to. Other than that, that should be all good to go. Maybe we're just going to check points, see if we can pop any points onto anything decent. Let's have a look. Increase the damage dealt by certain active skills by 20%. Is your luck. Increase the rate at which you gain animate. Yeah, fair enough. Just whack that on there, I suppose. Kasuragami. I don't really want any extra moves as such, to be honest. Let's go for that one. Samurai. Let's go for that one. I think we'll just leave those ones to be fair. That's all good. And we'll just crack on with the actual fight itself. So let's get going. We're going to use some plant fruits first of all, just to bring up the magic meter a little bit. You could also use Inspiriting Gems, so if you don't have your yokai gauge ready, you could also use Inspiriting Gems to pump that up. What we'll do is one last rest, grab the Scampus and jump into the action. So with this fight itself, it's going to be, quite similar to what we have been doing already, trying to put the Sloth Talisman on. Using our buffs, Barrier Talisman, Purification, stuff like that. These enemies, I think we can run past. I think they de-aggro, but I'm just going to double check that. After a certain time, yeah, this guy appears to have stopped, so that's all good. Yeah, let's buff up and go for it. So we're going to put Purification. All that on, and we'll try and get the sloth on. Just be careful of his counter there. On yokai realm, so what we'll do is we'll also yokai ourselves up. Gonna try and test salt for us, just to make sure. Yeah, it does work, so that's always good. He's out a key. So we can use the salt to essentially delete his key, and then use feathers. Pop on sloth. We go for feathers. There we go. A lot of those were missing, but basically, if you can take his key away, and then use feathers, that should sort him out. I think we do get a second phase, so what it might be worth doing at this point is either first of all grab all this stuff, and before touching this before pressing B and touch, it might be worth traveling back to the shrine before going into the next phase. I'm actually just going to double check if we can use a travel talisman and still get the next phase, or if it resets it. So let's give that a quick blast. Also, you could use the shinobi box and the sacred brush to sort of like top up your stuff, so that is an option as well. But let's just I'm just going to double check what actually happens if we do this. We may actually have to fight him again, but let's just give it a quick test to test that theory. So because we use the travel amulet, we've got like all of our stuff restored. Our magic bar is quite low, so once again I'm going to use the fruits to kind of like pump that up a little bit, so we're ready for combat if need be. I'm not sure if this is actually going to put us into the phase 1 of the fight or phase 2 of the fight, so let's find out. Phase 2, so you can use that. I thought you could, just wanted to double check. So for this bit, watch out for the poison bits that's just dropped around us. You can use salt if you've got some more, but we're looking quite low on salt, so we're going to go for the purification on the weapon instead. Try and get sloth on. Watch out for those fire attacks. You may also be able to use sacred arrows as well. There we go. That's that. But basically, yeah, you want to take away his key. Then go for your feathers. I'm going to go yokai form here to help us out. Pop out Akasha. Careful. Watch out for his grab as well, because it is nasty. I think it can one-shot you, so go for Kasha as well here. Gonna buff back up. Use Red Spider Lily. And get Sloth back on. And we can Kunai to finish off there as well. And that is that. So yeah, a little bit spicy, but essentially the strategy and stuff there pretty much remains the same. It's just a little bit spicier. So use your Sloth, use your Red Spider Lily to keep topping up your magic meter. Keep trying to pop your buffs on when you can do. You may also be able to whip out the bow and arrow and go for sacred arrows to put on that purification to help, you know, combine the purification with like a different debuff, for example fire, to cause confusion. And then delete his key. So just use a wombo combo of everything that you've got. Don't be afraid to use your Red Spider Lilies and also your herbal remedies as well, and your salt to, you know, make things a little bit easier with the fight itself. But yeah, other than that, that is the end of the level. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.